Another bank within the last couple of days has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. That's following up from last month where Tricolor Holdings filed for Chapter 7. Premium Lane Capital filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy within the last couple of days. Basically, it looks like they're waiting for a buyout. They're going to be taken over by somebody else. Looks like they're claiming that things aren't that bad, although default rates are way up, right? Like they're bad. I'm making this video to kind of see what the impact is for you guys, right? You're the consumers, you guys are the ones buying vehicles. So this is all from either ChatGPT, which is whatever, and then CNN. Now, take that for whatever you want. But they consider anyone who below a 670 credit score to be subprime. They're saying right now, people who are 60 days late or more have doubled since 2021. It's up to 6.4%. Think about it this way. If you were in a room with 100 people, 6 of them are 60 days past due or more on their car loan if their credit score was a 670 or below. It's worse than any of the last 3 recessions. So that's COVID, the Great Recession, they're calling that 08, 09, and then the dot-com burst, which is, early 2000s and things. It's the second highest since the 1990s. January 2025 is actually the highest, so really we're not too far away from when it was the highest. It's the highest repos ever since 08, 09, which we all know that was terrible. And why it's troublesome for the economy and to look at it is that usually cars are paid for sometimes before people's houses. And that's because, they need the car to get to the work, to get to do the things and that kind of thing. So it's kind of shocking. And I don't believe, this is my personal opinion now, I don't think it's going to stop at these 2. I think there's other companies going to have some trouble. The high interest rates and stuff is people just can't afford to pay, especially when you're buying a very old vehicle and you're putting a lot of interest on it. And people are paying interest only to these banks. It just not a good recipe for success. Obviously, car prices going up, rates going up, payments are higher than ever. A couple of examples. Right now, it's half the leases and over 3/4 of new car loans are over $500. Now, to think about that, I'm pretty confident before 08, really 2016, 17, you could probably get a $300 or lower payment on most things. I mean, not obviously the high ticket items, but like you could get a car on $200 a month, $300 a month, and that would probably be a buy, right? Leases though, to be over $500 a month, that's insanity. 46% of used cars are up to $500 a month or more. That means that you don't even buy it brand new, you're buying it used. 70% of new cars are over $1,000 a month. That's just $1,000 a month for a car used to be what you paid for in your rent. Service has gone up 15% year to date. And then I guess if you consider things, the reason why the people have been struggling more and more recently, 2 years ago, student loans started hitting people's credits and obviously lowered your credit score, rates went up, payments went up, that kind of thing. Conclusion to all this, I'm going to try to offer a solution. Obviously it's tough, for these conditions we're all in. However, try to opt into lower terms when you're doing these high interest rate loans. If you're going to be taking on a high interest rate loan because you are, credit's not so great, make sure you opt into the lower term. If you're going to pay 28%, you want to be doing that for 72 months, guys. You want to do it for 36 or 48. Also, you want to try to pay the higher monthly payments to kind of pay things off sooner. If they make you take the longer term, obviously put more to principal. A good way to do that is try to make weekly payments, bi-weekly payments, and then commit to building credit by budgeting, right? So if you do the weekly or the bi-weekly thing, it might make it easier. Just a couple of tips. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Hopefully this was helpful. At the end of the day, I just think it's better to make more payments to principal, get yourself out of the situation of being, a slave to the interest rates, and then in turn build your credit, and then you get the better rates. Obviously, in a perfect world, you want to be buying vehicles outright because you don't want to be paying interest on things that depreciate. Hopefully this was helpful. Any comments, any questions? Car Guy Paul, help you.